Hi, my name is Luna. Welcome to this vlog in Utrecht, a city in the Netherlands also known as Miffy's hometown. We just arrived, so we're gonna go drop our luggage and then we're gonna go walk around the city, explore a little bit before having breakfast. We decided to give a try to this all-day brunch place that is right next to the canal and is kind of popular here. The brunch was great, and for now we're just gonna keep on visiting, walking around and exploring the city.
Hamburger.
As I mentioned before, this city is Miffy's hometown, so of course we had to check the Miffy Museum, and that's where we're heading now. As we walked through the museum, we realized that it was more of a kids' playground than an actual museum, and that we were the oldest people here except for the kids' parents. It was still very cute and very nice, so we still enjoyed our visits. They even have a Miffy cafeteria restaurant thing where you can order foods from savory to sweet and drinks, all Miffy shaped. That's very cute. To visit this museum, we didn't have to book in advance, we just came and paid, so that was very convenient. I'd still recommend to book in advance if you come on the holidays or weekends. The souvenir shop was right across the street in another building that I think you can enter without purchasing any tickets for the museum, so that's kind of nice if you just want to do some shopping. The visit of the garden was super beautiful, but when we got out it started raining, so we decided to walk around and trying to find an indoor place where we could stay until the rain passed a little bit. I actually really love the rain, it's one of my favorite weather, but I did not want to get sick on our first day of holidays. The rain was still pouring and we started to get really wet and cold, so we decided to go back to the hotel to have a shower, change before going out for dinner. Today is gonna be more of a chill day. We're just gonna go downtown, explore the city center, do some shopping and try some food. We passed by the M store, so of course we had to check their Miffy collection. I knew there would be a lot of stuff, but I did not expect it to be this much. In France we also have some M stores where you can find some Miffy things, but the selection is way smaller. You can maybe find like pens, water cups and some accessories, but here you can almost do a full Miffy house. Across the bridge there was an Urban Outfitters, and since it's from the Netherlands I thought it would be like more collections or maybe cheaper prices, but in the end it was the same as Paris, so I ended up buying nothing. We were kind of hungry for a snack, and since my boyfriend knows I love cinnamon rolls, he found a place that we're gonna go try out now. When I said Utrecht was Miffy's hometown, I was not kidding. You can literally find some souvenir shop filled with Miffy merch every 2 meters. From Miffy plushes to magnets, keychains, anything, and this shop had the best selection. Everything was super cute.
Le pouvoir sur le peuple et que le roi lui il voulait le peuple, bah, eux se sont mis en tant que...
We got tired, so we went back to the hotel and had some snacks that we bought on our way home. Before going to dinner, we decided to go walk on the other side of the canal, and with the sun out, the city is even more beautiful. What's really great with this city is that it's very walking distance friendly. Today we're taking the train to Amsterdam. We already know the city since we visited it last year, so we're just gonna do the things that we did not have time to do and things that we missed the most. After a 40 minutes ride, we arrived in central Amsterdam. We had to take a ferry because the museum we wanted to visit was on the other side of the river. We are now back in the city center and we are going to walk our way to lunch because we're super hungry. On our first day last year, we ended up in a very touristy Italian restaurant, but surprisingly it was very great, so we are going back there. We were kind of tired, so we decided it was time to go and walked our way back to the station. We were feeling a bit lazy, so we did not really want to go back in the city center to have dinner. I was craving a burger, so we went to Five Guys for some takeaway to eat in our room and relax for the end of the evening. Today is our last day, so we're just gonna drop our luggage and go explore the rest of the city that we did not have time to discover yet. When we booked this trip, we couldn't decide if we should stay in Amsterdam and just do a day trip to Utrecht or the other way around. Now that it's our last day here, I can really tell that we made the right choice. Utrecht is way less touristy than Amsterdam, and in my opinion it's also a bit more charming, so we really enjoyed our stay here. This garden was so pretty, we stayed a long time there. And now we're heading to the Utrecht library, which is supposed to have a super unique architecture. We were hungry for a snack, so we decided to go back to the city center to try and find a place to stay and have something to eat.